I'm a former Army officer, Armor and Signal Corps.
I'm a traditional reservist. Actually joined the military as a reservist.
I served 15 years in the U.S. Navy before coming to the firm.
I joined the Canadian Armed Forces at the age of 16.
I was a Marine intelligence officer specializing in human intelligence and counterintelligence.
I joined the Australian Army when I was 17 and I went through our officer training academy.
So one of the things I've noticed about a lot of veterans who are looking for private sector opportunities is that they don't always understand how many skills they have to offer.
The leadership skills that you get in the military that you then apply to McKinsey are incredibly valuable. You're going to be in very stressful environments in client situations, and if you've been in the military, you've been there, you've done that.
I found that I immediately had a strength in identifying what is the core problem we need to solve, then structuring the steps needed to get to a solution.
One thing that's served me sort of the most in terms of what I learned in the military and it being relevant to the work that I do in McKinsey is the ability to problem solve. In the military, as an engineer, I was sort of trained to be a problem solver, but you are constantly sort of having to face that new situation which you have to respond to. At McKinsey, it's the same thing.
Our problem solving is a lot more integrated with a lot of perspectives across the team. You'll usually see the vet in the room will play the role of, here's a decision and we're going to drive on and move forward.
The Vets Network at McKinsey was everything I'd hoped it'd be, and then some.
All the way through recruiting, I felt tremendously supported. And then once I got to the firm, that support just continued.
It's been very much about the interpersonal relationships that I've been able to build and the opportunities that have been created for me because of this kinship.
Anytime that I staff a study, I send a note out to all the veterans at McKinsey to alert them of, here's this opportunity.
Everything from recruiting to staffing to who I hang out with on the weekends, there's a lot of veteran presence and influence in each of those parts of my world.
One of my favorite moments of working at McKinsey when it comes to our veteran network was working for 4 weeks on a client with a colleague that I knew was an Army veteran and had served in Afghanistan around the same time that I did. And it wasn't until we finally got a coffee together midway through the project that we discovered that not only had we served at the same time, we had served in the same area, and that I had provided close air support for him in a challenging mission while he was on the ground in Afghanistan.
My favorite veteran moment while working at McKinsey, for me, it was a reservist moment when I was activated last year in 2020 to go to New York City for support of COVID-19 operations. Best experience about that was just the outpouring of support that I received as part of that. Whether it was colleagues who sent me a coffee maker so that I could continue to drink coffee, or just notes that people would send or text just to check in to see how I was doing and make sure everything was okay. It was just a powerful reminder to me of the support network that we've created here.
We get to work with the most significant institutions in the world on their most important challenges.
I joined McKinsey 4 years ago as a direct entry partner, and I've been so impressed with all of the work that McKinsey was doing and the values and the holistic impact and the focus on that I decided to join.
One of the tremendous benefits of coming to McKinsey has been that there's just a broad array of things to do, an incredible variety of experiences and opportunities to grow and develop.
McKinsey is large enough to be able to accommodate such a diverse range of interests, of skills, of abilities that you can find your niche and really excel.
I joined McKinsey for much the same reason that I joined the U.S. Navy. I wanted to be part of an organization that was values-driven, that had incredible colleagues who treat their calling as a profession and who put serving the client first.
The exposure to different functions and sectors, coupled with being surrounded by extremely bright and inspiring individuals, make being at McKinsey an unrivaled opportunity.
There's still a strong opportunity to serve while also joining the firm. What I don't want is for people to believe that once you join McKinsey, it's an or option with respect to serving and supporting the military. So, I have been a reservist the entire time. from my experience at McKinsey. We have a number of colleagues who are reservists who actively deploy when called. And I think the firm has been incredibly responsive and supportive about creating the right sort of environment.
It's my firm belief that anybody who's successful in the military can be successful at McKinsey. So you just have to reach out and we'll help you get there.